Well, welcome everyone. This is Jim Fall with RPI Consultants, and we have also Patrick Wise. Patrick, want to say hello?
Hello.
And welcome everyone. Hard to believe, here we are, the end of the year. You know, it's been quite a year, hasn't it? I started the year January the 1st in New York City and had no idea that it was going to be this kind of year. So let's finish out the year and get ready for next year. So what we want to talk about today is planning for next year and planning for 2022 as well. So, you know, as you look at your business processes, you look at your business initiatives, look at your technology infrastructure, your goals, objectives. How do we help you bring all that together and plan for the next couple of years? So today we're going to be talking about that. What are the different things to take into consideration? What do you have today? And where do you want to go? So hopefully we generate some thoughts, some ideas that we can build upon and go forward from here. But with that, let's give a little background on who's here today. So I'm Jim Fall, and been with RPI, 3+ years, but many years of experience in enterprise content management, document management, capture. I go back before the days where it was not even called document management, but worked with a lot of different databases. Very active in the healthcare industry, currently president of the Indiana chapter of HIMSS, with a focus on a variety of industries. And I'm a winter person. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of groans out there when I say that, but I'm looking forward to getting my skis out.
Okay, I am Patrick Wise, and I have over 15 years experience working with enterprise content and document management, automation and data capture solutions. Heavy focus in healthcare, manufacturing, and finance, but have worked across a wide variety of vertical segments. And I love all things combat sports, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, wrestling, MMA. Both my son and I compete in jiu-jitsu, and we're really looking forward to things getting back to normal with regard to that sport.
So Patrick, why don't you tell us what we're gonna talk about today?
Absolutely. So today on our agenda is the first little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about products, end of life cycles, roadmaps, enterprise software and technology strategies. We'll go over a few key focus areas. Of course, some stuff about RPI, working with a trusted partner like RPI Consultants. We have a section at the end for some questions, maybe discussion and summary notes around that. Pretty straightforward today.
And this webinar will be recorded and posted on our website, so you don't have to take notes, and all the content will be available to you. So there's a lot of information here, so hop on board. So let's kind of talk about product roadmaps, end of life strategies, dates. You're dealing with a lot of technology in your enterprise. So this has been a crazy year. Some of the end of support dates may have slipped by you on some of the products. Some of the end of support dates you may not be aware of coming up in 2021. So I'm going to try and give you a little bit of a roadmap on what's happening with some of the major technologies that we work with. And there's a lot of information here. And again, this information will be recorded and available to you to watch at any time. So give you an idea of kind of end of support policies. If you look across the software industry, and you'll see here, Highland, Kofax, almost identical statements from their standard policies and strategies relating towards end of support dates. But at the end of the day, it's basically end of support date is when there's no longer updates, patches to those versions, and future fixes will be done in the then current version of the product. So something to take in mind. It doesn't mean that you can't use the products after the end of support date, but there may be additional cost associated from your software vendor for supporting those products going forward. But it's something we should all take a look at and keep in mind of what are our upgrade strategies within our organization. Also, you need to take into consideration, what are the operating systems, the databases that you're running today, and what versions of your corporate operating environment is running today, and are these technologies compatible with what you want to have in terms of your Microsoft environment, or are you a Linux environment? Are you Oracle? What are the current versions that are supported by the current versions of the Kofax and Highland products? So something to take into consideration as you're planning your upgrade strategies. So the next couple slides are going to be a lot of dates, a lot of versions, but this will just give you an idea in terms of kind of where we are and what versions are kind of hanging around out there. So as you kind of look at in terms of the current version of Perceptive is EP2. EP3 is scheduled for sometime this month, and so kind of stay tuned for that. But the current long-term support version for Perceptive content is Foundation EP2. We see a lot of versions out there within our client base, version 1.15 to 7.3. After 7.3, then that went to the EP naming convention. So, but as you look at in terms of a date that may have slipped by some of you, version 7.15 went to end of support in July. Coming up, we've got 7.2.2 that's going end of support in May. So something to take into consideration as you're working on your technology plans for this year. If you're a user of Brainware, current version is EP1. And look at in terms of version 5.7 went end of support in July of this year, and 5.8 is going into support in October of next year. So keep that in mind if you're a current user of Brainware. And then also looking at in terms of one of the extensions, Brainware for Invoices, you can see the what just recently went into support is 2.7, and I think we've seen a few customers out there still running 2.7, and looking at 2.8 is going into support in September of next year. So as you look at Highland, Highland, the current version of Highland is Foundation EP4. The current long-term release version is EP3, so many of our clients are going to EP3 in terms of long-term support release, and may look at going to EP5 when that comes out in terms of the next long-term support. So OnBase 15 end of support December 31st this year, so coming up soon. So as you look at in terms of timelines, something to build your plans accordingly. Kofax, a number of key current products, Kofax capture and transformation. Big movements on this in terms of the current version is 11.0. The prior version, 10 versions, went end of support just August of this year. Kofax transformation, current version is 6.3.1. Kapow, current version is 11.1. 10.0 went end of support in September of this year, and if you're at 10.1, it goes into support in March of next year. So things to take into consideration. Total agility, current version 7.8. most recent one that went end of support was 7.5 in July, and we're looking at 7.6 going into support in July of next year. And AP Agility, current version is 2.3, and IP Agility is 1.1. So just a few of the core products within Kofax. A lot of changes happening on the products, and something that we can help you as we dive in more deeply in working with you on your technology roadmap is get a detailed understanding of what products you have, where you are today, and where you want to go.
Okay.
So with that.
And so over the next, yep, thanks, Jim. Sorry about that. So over the next few slides, we're going to dive a little deeper into some of the challenges that we see our clients facing today, as well as some strategies that we deploy and some strategies that we employ and some tools that we deploy for our clients to help them navigate today's digital landscape, so to speak. So Jim, I think the next slide is yours, and then after that, I'll go again.
So I feel like I've had a headache all winter, all year. And this has been a challenging year for everyone. And I think one of the things that we've all had to deal with is how our business, how we work in our business has changed dramatically from March to today. And many of the things that we've gone to in terms of remote work environments, we still need access to data. We still need access to content. How do we work in this new normal? And as we go forward into 2021, many of the things that we've implemented today will probably still continue, many of us, to work remotely. There may be a larger percentage of the organization's staff that may work remotely versus in the office environment, or you may work split between a work environment at the office and a work environment at home. So how do we provide access to the technology and improve business processes kind of going forward?
All right. Okay, so digital transformation has become quite the buzzword over the last few years. And in today's crazy world, the demands for digitization carries even more weight than it did just even 8 short months ago, right? And so digital transformation strategy is something that should be, probably is, a core strategic element in any corporate plan for success, especially over the next 18 to 36 months. The digital transformation mindset is really comprised of 3 primary focus areas: transform, accelerate, and control, secure, and govern. And so when we talk about transforming, we talk about taking complex processes that require ingesting data and integrating unstructured data across your enterprise. We talk about ways to transform those into methodologies that are less complex and faster, right? So that brings us to accelerate, where we use tools and processes to speed up the process of business using artificial intelligence and data capture capabilities. We talk about control, secure, and govern, controlling the flow of information both into and out of your organization to maximize the effectiveness of operations and speed to value of your investments, both in people and technology. And so we're not just talking about putting a bunch of fancy tools in place. We're talking about improving the quality of life for your people and making those processes more effective through the use of technology as an investment medium. So as you see here on the screen, you'll see really these 3 areas all combine into to become the seamless sort of digital transformation strategy overall. And if you won't mind switching to the next slide for me, Jim. Wonderful. So we're going to go over a few key focus areas. I think there's 5 of them here. Yep, 5 key focus areas over the next few slides. And, it's intelligent capture, content services, cloud services, robotic process automation, and some additional software tools We're going to talk about what those tools are and how they can help you as you plan for digitization and the modern landscape moving forward. Okay. All right, so the first area that we want to talk about is intelligent capture or cognitive capture as referred to by some folks. With specialized tools for capture, we can implement solutions that integrate with line of business applications like Infor Lawson, Oracle, SAP in ways that increase productivity and reduce costs. Additionally, cognitive capture tools provide increased data quality and accuracy while improving our clients' customer engagement and compliance efforts. So multiple applications across various vertical segments when it comes to this intelligent capture. Anything from finance and accounting, where we see invoice and document processing, e-invoice, sales order processing, all the way to insurance claims processing, where you have multi-channel claims capture and extraction processes that need to be automated. You have smart claims processing that our clients want to incorporate into their business. You know, all this information that needs to be put in the right place at the right moment in front of the right person. Cognitive capture is really the sort of gateway to getting down that path.
Okay, so let's talk about content services platform, or many of you refer to as enterprise content management, ECM. But as we look at kind of the content world today, content is more than just documents. Originally, we talked about managing documents, providing access to documents, but now we're dealing with much more diverse forms of content, audio, video, multimedia, as well as documents. Documents come in a lot of different forms. You need access to that content across multiple platforms. It's not just your desktop device. It's a mobile device. And we live in a mobile world today, so you want access to that content globally on whatever device that you happen to have at that point in time. And the content services need to map into how your people are working, how they're wanting to access data, how they want to participate in the business process. So all of these have got to be supported across a content services platform. The cloud. We've been talking about the cloud for a long time, and probably everyone is using some form of a cloud services application today. In my home environment, I probably use 4 different cloud applications that I can think off the top of my head right now. As we look at the organization's technology environment, the infrastructure, we're going to be dealing with a lot of mixed modes of on-premise and cloud environments. But as you look at your organization's technology strategy, where's it that you want to go? And what are the key applications that you want to have deployed in the cloud in terms of cloud services, cloud applications, and what, if any, do you feel like you need to have deployed on-premise? So as you look at your business strategy going forward, where does the cloud fit in your technology strategy?
All right. Okay, so another tool that we have in our toolkit is robotic process automation, and or commonly referred to as RPA. So with RPA, we can help our clients achieve higher productivity, security, and quality, all while driving down the cost of operation. In the case of software robots automating manual and repetitive activities, RPA excels at virtually any multi-step business process across multiple systems, both internal and external data, right? So as we described earlier, this is commonly referred to as RPA and is applicable to several different vertical segments, including banking, insurance, transportation, logistics, pretty much, like I say, anything that is a repetitive manual task that you do on a computer. Logging into a website, downloading data from that website, and putting the data into another place within or externally to your organization, RPA can help automate that process. And that is an area of focus here at RPI. It's part of our overall strategy. And we can build robots for you, and we can teach you, empower you rather, to build robots on your own as part of your overall digital transformation strategy. Robots can be both attended and unattended, so they can be configured to run with humans at the helm, providing insight and validation and verification, and they can be configured to run without humans and being involved in the processing piece at all. Again, these robots can be configured to use systems both internal and external to your organization, both on your desktop and on the browser in the web. So something definitely to consider as you continue to plan and strategize around digital transformation. And next, we're going to talk a little bit about some of RPI's proprietary flexible software tools that we use. RPI has created a unique set of tools to help us deliver strategic solutions that are focused to our clients' needs and goals that are very specialized for our clients' needs. And one example of that is Yoga Forms, which is a flexible solution inside our yoga platform. Not all enterprise systems are built to accommodate the large amount of data that is captured and keyed through physical forms. Electronic forms, even electronic forms, oftentimes are just, hey, download this PDF from our website, fill it out, and then scan it and mail it to us or something, right? So what we've done is we've created this platform within Yoga Forms to quickly design, deploy, and capture data from digital forms, and we can build new forms for you, and we can empower you as well. Just like the rest of our technology solutions, we believe in empowering our clients to use these tools to great effect within their organization.
So what's next? So I guess as we move forward from thinking about the range of technologies out there, where you are in terms of your current environment, so the step is kind of what's next, and you can look at RPI as your trusted partner. And one of the things that a trusted partner will do is they tell you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. And so as we look forward in building out a strategy with you, is let's look at where things are, where they should need to go, and provide a range of options for you to get to that point. So where we like to start is where are you today? Let's get a in-depth understanding of what is your business strategy, what's your technology infrastructure strategy. Let's do the analysis. Let's work with you to do a deep dive on what you have in place today, and let's do an evaluation and provide recommendations on what should be changed, modified, replaced. Are there technologies that perhaps you're not using today that we could provide a range of choices for you to pick from, or some ideas on what you might want to look at next. So that's where we like to start. Is let's do a health check on your environment. Let's do a health check on your solutions. Let's do a health check on your business processes, such as your AP processing. Is it fully automated? Is it partially automated? Are there opportunities to do more? How do you build your business processes into the technology and give you the flexibility of adapting the technology to your business processes? So that's where we like to start.
Awesome, thanks, Jim. That's some really good outline of sort of our approach to strategic operations within our client's environment. Some additional options that you have available to you through RPI are managed services and staff augmentation. And so outside of specifically scoped engagements where we have a very specific set of deliverables that we're doing, like, for example, the health check that Jim was talking about, that health check's going to have a very specific scope to it, where we're going to accomplish this health check, and that's what we're going to do. Many times our clients also need above and beyond type support. And so there's really three ways in which we support our clients for the most part: managed services, staff augmentation, and ad hoc support. So the first two on the list, managed services and staff aug, are more of a term-based type contract. And so with managed services, they tend to be lower demand for hours on a weekly or monthly basis. You have a continuous need over a longer term, 12 months or more, right? So these are things in which our clients can contract with RPI for support, day-to-day type support, where you request support from a dedicated resource or resources, 30 hours a week, 40 hours a month type support. Staff augmentation, we find that tend to be a little bit shorter of a term, 6 to 12 months, maybe 18 months, 32 to 40 hours per week though. So these are more along the lines of hiring a staff member from our team to be part of your team, right? So full staff operation, we will attend meetings, we'll be logged into your systems, and we will report to your management, right? So often we find our clients asking for this type of support, mostly when they have administrators who have decided to move into a new role or take an opportunity elsewhere, and they're going to have to sort of bridge the gap between now and 9 months from now, when they're able to replace that resource, or perhaps not sure when they will replace the resource or if they will. So this is an area where RPI can come in and support our clients, sort of an outsourced staff member there. Next slide, we'll talk about ad hoc support. All right, so ad hoc support is broadly scoped for flexibility, and what I mean by that is we keep the scope broad on purpose so that we can put a lot of things under this ad hoc support umbrella, right? A single ad hoc support contract can be set up to support multiple applications or multiple departments. There's price points with ad hoc support for paying up all of the hours at one time, so you get a little bit of a price break for paying them for them all at once, versus just pay as you go. They are a minimum $25,000 commitment, and primary areas that we see support being purchased from our clients are Highland software, Kofax, and then of course for all of our own proprietary yoga flexible software. And I think that pretty much sums up the three services. Jim, did I miss anything there?
Okay. No, I think so. I think you got it covered. You want to talk about custom solutions?
Absolutely. So when it comes to custom solutions, really what I would like to hear is some feedback from our clients, especially the folks on this webinar today. Love to hear what your needs are, but essentially what it boils down to is sort of these 5 areas: application development, custom scripting, web API, application enhancement, and customization, and then of course document and data migration. I think some of the most common ones are custom scripting. For example, within the Perceptive content space, creating iScripts that handle a number of different needs. Our clients often contract us to come in and assist with that. And then of course document and data migration. As you move from one system to the next, often you need to get that data as well as document images out of the current system and into the new one. That's an area that we can come in and provide a lot of value and assistance for our clients around.
So with that, as we look at, we've talked about kind of product versions and roadmaps. We've talked about some of the technologies to take into considerations, and we've talked about kind of a range of engagements with RPI and kind of how we can help you go forward. So with that, we'll leave it open to any questions at this point.
Yeah, and I just like to encourage everyone on this call today. Just if you have a question, please ask it. We're here to talk. Jim and I don't charge for our time, so we'd love to chat with you about just your ideas, your thoughts, your needs. Whatever they are, we'd be happy to have a chat anytime. So feel free to ask questions on this webinar, but also reach out to us as well. Directly, feel free. And I believe Michael is looking for questions, right? Are we getting any questions?
No, we don't have any questions showing up at this time. If you guys want to move on, I will jump in if anybody does have some pop up, but obviously you can email webinars@rpic.com at any time, and we can get those questions routed over to Patrick and Jim after the webinar.
Okay. Yep. And the recording of this webinar, as well as the slide deck, will all be posted to our website, right, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. And just as a wrap up, a little bit about, many of you know us, many of you worked with on some very specific things, but I think kind of the approach that we take is we're technology agnostic. We have several key partners we work with, but one of the things that we really focus on is understanding what your need is, and not try to force a single product into the square peg in the round hole. And so we have a lot of experience. Patrick and I, we have many years of experience in a lot of different industries, but we don't claim to know everything. At least I certainly don't. So it's one of the things that we have with the resources within RPI. We've been a lot of places and seen a lot of things. I think that somebody did an ad on that, but it's the kind of thing where if you're in healthcare, we can bring a healthcare specialist in to talk to you about and understand your environment. If you're in manufacturing or if you're in higher education, our consultants are not going to be learning on your dime. So that's something that we bring to your experience with us, is the breadth and depth of experience in working with different organizations in different industries and with different technologies. So we're ready to wrap up. We talked to you about a lot of different things. Feel free to reach out to us. We're here to listen. We're here to make suggestions. We're here to learn. So thank you everyone for your time. Any last minute questions, comments at this point? Patrick?
No, I think I'm good to go. Again, to echo Jim here, thank you so much for joining our webinar. We look forward to speaking with you soon, and have a wonderful day.
And if we don't talk to you in the next couple of weeks, have a great holiday, and we'll see you in the new year.